Inside of this room is you. Don't need no lights, don't need no radio, no TV too. Cause it's gonna be mental stimulation. Sit back, relax, meditate with you. Cause it's nothing like sharing chemistry. Cause it can get better, it can get greater, and turn into something so beautiful. If you just, if I just, if we just share energy, energy, energy. If we share our energy, 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 love. Place your hands in mine, bring 'em up real slow. Can you feel the electricity flow through our lifelines? Now place your hands by my face and my chest. Can you feel the heat coming off of me? It's making you sweat, making it hard for you to breathe. Oh, inhale, exhale. Feel our souls in the atmosphere. Cause it just got better, it just turned greater. And now it's something so beautiful. Cause we're sharing energy, energy, energy. Now we're sharing energy, 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 energy. Close your eyes, picture me, touching the bottom of your soul. It's energy. Close your eyes, picture me, touching the bottom of your soul. It's energy. Close your eyes, picture me, touching the bottom of your bottom. It's energy. Close your eyes, picture me, touching the bottom, the bottom. Energy, energy, energy. Oh, we're sharing energy, energy, energy. It's something so better, something much greater, and now it's beautiful. Energy, it's energy, energy, it's energy, energy. Something so better, greater, beautiful. Cause it's energy, it's energy, oh, energy.
Oh shoot, I didn't know it was over. Okay. I didn't know if I messed up the stream or not. I hope I didn't. But nevertheless, how are you guys doing? Hi. Look, you're going to see more of me. Look, I'm looking for actual placement of songs in my show, and I have an artist, but that one specifically is Noble Bland. Look, I didn't lay my edges down none of that today. Y'all gonna have to do this one, okay? I'm gonna be rough today. But it is what it is. Look, I'll take the edges out. How are y'all doing today? It's been a long day after work. And then I have a lot of content. I might be up late tonight. I still gotta go to work in the morning. But I haven't been live in like a week. Haven't been doing nothing. And I just wanted to get on here. And I've been sitting, watching things, seeing things. and I needed to get on here and talk about some things. So please like and share this video. Excuse me, I know I'm not helping the algorithm, a lot of people live, but I want to talk about some things. If I can get 2 lives out of here, that'll be cool. So this one I'm gonna have it as short as possible. I'm gonna take off my glasses for a little bit. Let you see the dark rings around my eyes. But right now, I usually always have a white on my glass. And I'm just like, so let me get off camera for a hot second. But first, introduce you if this is your first time looking at me. My name is Princess A.V, and you are now watching the House of the Princess. I ask that you press the like button and also that you press the subscribe button. If you would like to talk in the chat, we do ask that, let me put that on silent, that you do subscribe to the channel tonight, and then eventually you will be able to talk on the live, and I will be going live about that later if all else comes through. We will be talking about Tyre Nichols, but I want to get all of the cam footage and any new information that has come out. I want you to know that it is accurate. So I decided to do this live first because there is information that is still coming out. So first, let me do a quick roll call. Miss Jackson Trey's been in the building. Oh, hey, love. And I know I was trying to keep up with next minute. Hey, mother. I figured out how to do that avatar. Mother Black Diamond is in the building. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, Shay. Hey, Shay. Hey, little boss lady. Just simply. Okay, that's her. Hey, okay, do y'all like the song? Do y'all like the song? I see y'all dancing in the chat. Hey, Roxy Ross. Hey, Jay Rucker, and all of those that are in the garden. Let me know if you like the song. That artist, his name is Noble Bland. Okay, and that song is called Energy, coming out on his new record, EP. Hey, Sunshine. Music drowning me out. There's no music playing. I don't have anything playing, Black Diamond. I don't know. Yeah, nothing playing. So you got 2 things open and one is from the back, playing back. Yes, it is. I don't have anything playing. Absolutely nothing is playing. Hey, Wendy. Anyway, so yes. And actually that was like, it's still playing. I don't know how. Well, this is what I'm gonna do. It doesn't say it's playing. Yeah, let me. It can get better. Okay. Then that should fix that. Now, I'm like, I can't hear anything. So, you should be able to hear me clearly now. You hear anything? Yes, out. Okay. Like, let me press play, press stop, press play, press stop. Okay. Yeah, that's my high school sweetheart, and he's getting married and just had another baby. But the artist's name is Noble Bland, and I think that finally he's been working hard as his career since we were kids. So I think that this record should really hit. So I might have him on the show. We talked about it and do an interview and let guys know where he's from and what he's doing. So do you like the song? Give me a 1 for yes, a 2 for maybe, a 3 for now. I'm not feeling it. Okay. So yes, let me know what y'all think about that song, because I got some other music to put on as well. But nonetheless, I'm not going to waste a lot of time. It's already 13 minutes in with salutations. I wanted to do a special report on these children in the news attacking teachers. Okay. I was at work talking to a coworker, And I flat out said that I'm gonna tell you now my stance is I will lose my job. Nobody likes to lose a job. I don't give a fuck where you working at. But with some of the things that these teachers are going through, I will lose my job. Now I used to be a school bus driver, and we would get threatened, or I would see coworkers get threatened, and I was talking about a certain situation that I had been privy to years ago. And a kid, he was, elementary school age, and a kid came on the bus and he flat out, these are older people that were the one-on-ones and drivers. He told them, tomorrow I'm going to bring a weapon. Oh, these are trigger warnings on here. I'm not monetized in this video. So, because I don't even want to go through the trouble. When I do it, I'm going to tell them this is sensitive content. So, trigger warning, this is sensitive content, and we have went past the 7-minute mark of the video, so I'm more safer. He said, I'm going to come and bring a knife to stab you tomorrow. And I was like, what? It's nothing. And they basically said it was nothing we could do about this. And I'm like, he can overpower them or push her down, or she could hurt herself. I said so. And they said, you can't go through his bag. That's a violation of their rights, or a violation because you're not a teacher or the proper person to go through their stuff. So I said, so what? One of my kids get on my bus and they say they're gonna assault me some type of way. Um, I'm just supposed to sit there and take it. And they was like, well, kind of, yeah. I was like, ain't no way. I got kids to go home to my damn self. And you ain't paying no money for me to sit here and let no kid beat my ass or come stab me. I'm just supposed to, oh, okay. Y'all can go to hell, and I'm going to send that kid to hell with you, too. I know. And that's why I say to this day, I fight kids. Not typically, but if it came between me and you or your child, and your child aggresses me, I'm going to defend myself. Yeah. The most you could do is say, stop. No, I'm going to jail. I'm going to show you. You going to stop. I'm not going to let you stab me. I'm not going to let you assault me. I'm not going to let you hurt me. So we're going to watch some videos and get some commentary. And I'm going to open up the lines. And look, while I was looking for stuff, I found stuff from 4 months back. Okay. Now, I will say, YouTube. I'm going to have to put it on the bottom, put a disclaimer on this video, another disclaimer on this video, even though I put one in the top. All videos that are shown here are meant not for violence or salacious nature. They are for educational and newsworthy purposes. And see, I got the wrong background. Well, yeah, let me cancel that. Matter of fact, because I'm in the wrong area. I'm at home. I'm supposed to be at the newsroom. Okay. We are doing a newscast. Okay. This is for newsworthy presentation. There you go. So which one is this? This video is from 4 months ago, right? Didn't hear it. A lot of times you don't hear about what's going on. This is a video where a child was assaulting a teacher in Texas. Okay. This is given to you by News West 9, usually Channel 9. Channels give me a little problem. But again, this is fair use commentary in case you want to give me copyright before I have to fight it. This is a news program, so we will be writing that in the comments. All right. Let's go.
Tonight, we're starting out with a video of out of Bowie Middle School in Odessa going viral in all the wrong ways. A shocking altercation between a student and a teacher leading to first-degree felony charges and an arrest. Tonight, the Ector County Independent School District is responding to the video and looking to the future of safety in ECISD for teachers and students. Christina Burgess is here to break down the district's response. And Christina, what do they have to say in this matter?
Well, Alex, for starters, there will be following the student code of conduct. I had the chance to speak with the district superintendent, Dr. Murray, who says incidents like this one will not be tolerated. I do want to warn you that the video we're about to show you is graphic. It's a video you've probably seen on social media over the past 24 hours. The original Facebook post shared over 3,000 times. And even though it's barely 40 seconds long, it's a difficult video to watch. In it, you can hear an 8th grade Bowie Middle School student and his teacher arguing over a phone that she confiscated from him. As the video progresses, you see the teacher refusing to give it to him. Then the student becomes physical, shoves the teacher, hits her multiple times, knocks her head against the desk, and knocks her to the ground. A violent incident that ECISD Superintendent Dr. Murray said will not be tolerated in this district.
Specifically with students involved in a situation like this, we have an obligation to follow our student code of conduct. And in this situation, violence is not tolerable. Specifically, this was an assault on a teacher. And so we will certainly use our every avenue legally to make sure that this type of situation doesn't happen again. All of those pieces are in place. So these incidents don't necessarily create a policy change. It is effectively using the policies and procedures that are in place. And so fidelity of implementation, if you will, making sure that we're implementing those policies and procedures effectively.
And he says while they make sure their teachers are equipped with what they need, he wants parents to do the same with their children.
Clear rules and expectations of children and of adults as well, but that needs to be clear. Our families need to understand those so that moms and dads can have conversations with kids about those rules and expectations. And then we have to equip our teachers and those that work with our children with the knowledge so that they also understand the rules and expectations and then how to implement those and enforce those within our campus. So that's.
And as for the teacher involved, the district is fully supporting her.
We're providing full support to that teacher to make sure that she feels confident and comfortable to return to work and continue to educate kids. And we will continue to support her and her family as we navigate this situation.
And according to ECISD, this 8th grade student involved has been arrested and charged with aggravated assault of a public servant, which is a first-degree felony. Alex.
Christina, thank you. In parts of that video, you can hear that the student and the teacher seem to be arguing over a confiscated phone, which does align with the school's cell phone policy. And that says that students can have phones, but they must be turned off. The policy states that cell phones can only be used when students are outside of the school, and failure to comply with the policy can result in the phone being confiscated and picked up at the end of the school day by a parent.
Sorry, muted. Let's unpack this one. First of all, this kid is in the 8th grade. 8th grade is 13, 14 years old if they're graduating on time, okay? So think about your little kid, 13, 14 years old. First of all, this is a male student attacking a female teacher. That in itself, no respect for gender, none of that. Attacking a teacher, no respect for your elders. Attacking a teacher for his telephone. That, I don't give a damn where you go. The majority of school systems have deemed cell phones unlawful to have during school hours. I'm sorry, I'm looking out the corner of my eye at this damn beating this other footage that I have to get. Oh, that's irritating. That's terrible. It's, in our school system, most schools, you have a cell phone. You have to turn it in the morning. And now they have boxes now, right? that you literally register the phone in, and they're under lock and key with the teachers, with administration. You know that you're putting your phone in slot 1, and that's your slot that you have every day. Okay. That's policy. Kids be looking at all kind of stuff, and we have Chromebooks. They literally have to have programs. I was looking at them today, just to keep them off of erroneous sites doing shit they ain't got no business doing during class time. So definitely they don't need phones. But he felt such an impulse to attack a woman teacher about a phone during school hours. My thing is mostly with this is the parents. Who is raising these children that they feel like it's okay? Let me mute this because I want this. That they feel like it's okay to attack a teacher. At what point? Let me pause this. I don't want to watch this right now. So y'all give me feedback. I can't not stand unruly children. We know you don't be liking the good children half the time. It's very difficult thing to understand why some people don't read their rules for all. But kids now, they don't think that they have to follow no type of rules. This shit blows me. Okay. This one, is this the one in Gwinnett County? Okay, so this next video is out of Gwinnett County down to the Georgia. Okay, another video. The teacher attacked about the cell phone. Okay. Oh, might help if I add it to the stream. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Video captures a student attacking a teacher.
I want to turn it up, not down.
This happened just hours before Gwinnett County school leaders
Let
planned
me
to meet
rewind
with
it for you.
Captures a student attacking a teacher during class at a
It's
Gwinnett
kinda
County
low.
high school today. This happened just hours before Gwinnett County school leaders planned to meet with parents concerned about violence. That happens in just about 45 minutes. Channel 2's Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Matt Johnson's live with the latest on these safety problems. Matt, what's going on?
Yeah, Karen, a 12th grade English teacher left Discovery High School here today with a bloodied mouth, with head injuries, and feeling dizzy. That's according to his wife. Now, this happened the same day the school board is starting to get out in the community to hear concerns, including school safety. Cell phone video from inside a high school classroom shows a student punching a teacher multiple times in the head. Another student jumps on top of that student to stop the attack at Discovery High School in Lawrenceville Tuesday afternoon. I spoke to the teacher's wife over the phone as she took him to an urgent care after she says the attack left him with a bloodied mouth and head injuries.
I don't think people should have the crap beat out of them when they go to work.
She says he called her just before noon on Tuesday to say he had been assaulted.
I'm really glad that it wasn't worse than that.
She says on Monday, her husband had to speak to the parents of the student who hit him about poor performance in class. The next day, the teacher was being attacked in his English classroom.
And I don't mean to put this on the students. I just want the students and the teachers to be safe, because my husband signed up to be a teacher. He loves this job.
This happened the same day school board president Dr. Therese Johnson will hold a town hall at Meadow Creek High School. Conflict resolution and anti-bullying are topics amid an increase in the number of students involved in fights in the district. Earlier this month, the Meadow Creek teacher told the board her students and her children who attend don't feel safe.
I broke down in tears during a meeting with my team one day from the sheer stress I was feeling.
And I reached out to Gwinnett County Schools about the incident here. A spokesperson says that he is looking into the matter. That town hall at Meadow Creek starts at 6 o'clock tonight. Live in Gwinnett County, Matt Johnson, Channel 2 Action News.
Donated to the convoy of care.
So another kid attacked over a cell phone. And my thing is with this, there's always pros and cons about this. I'm not going to, well, I am coming down on students because they ain't got no business putting their motherfucking hands on nobody, number one. But number two, I'm sure that sometimes the teachers take some account of whatever. But at some point, like, these things start escalating. They usually don't escalate too much in 2 seconds. But being as that I'm in school, I will say that they escalate kind of quickly. But you know when you got fucked up ass kids that you're around, okay? It's your job as an administrator, teacher, support personnel, whatever, to make sure that your environment is safe and people know, look, I'm having a problem with this kid. I don't fuck around. Like, I had to do that yesterday, even though the kid doesn't threaten me. I just got tired of dealing with fucked up ass behavior. And just so happened the vice principal, well, they already know, fucked up ass behavior, fucked up ass kids. And I was like, look, get them up out of here, okay? They don't want to learn. They don't want to do shit. I got a group of kids over here trying to learn, do shit, and they want to be over there on their own shit. Like, when you have the potential of certain kids doing crazy ass things, and again, in high school, these kids are having no regards for teachers, for elders, people. Like, the fact that it escalated to that, you put yourself in a position to be between some damn deaths about a fucking phone with these kids, and these kids jumping on. You knew it's escalating. They do tell you to de-escalate. Do not put yourself in harm's way if at all possible. Call security. I know there was a thing here in Chicago that they were fighting against. Do we have police officers in the school or do we not? Because sometimes the police officers, this was right before the pandemic, they were doing too much. So we had a few situations, even outside of Chicago, where the police officers were using excessive force. And somebody got to pay for that. So they were like, okay, do we really need police officers or could we just have security? But the thing about having security is they only have so many parameters. Motherfucker, police officer in the school, you got a gun, come on over here, let me search you. Come on over here, let me de-escalate the situation. Let me call in for backup. They know how to beat your ass the right way. There's so many different parameters versus just security. Those are just people or off-duty officers. They can't do a lot of things. Teachers can't do a lot of things. Me personally, I feel better with a police officer. Why? Because they can carry guns. And if something is going down, I'm sorry, that's just me. But a lot of parents really don't want security officers in the school. But look at these situations. I'm sitting up here asking you about a motherfucking phone, and I got to get my ass beat by a couple of wannabe grown ass kids. No, ma'am. No. And you can keep that fucking phone. I'm break that bitch, all that kind of stuff. I'm going home. You can have it. I'm not doing this. You can go to jail, whatever. I wouldn't want to just put my life in danger because of a few bad. No. God bless educators. I couldn't do it. Fuck those kids for real. Well, I would just have to go to jail because I'm Mike Tyson. There asked him. You have to be able to defend yourselves. You have to. Okay. And who wants to go to work with these types of conditions? I mean, really think about all these things that's going on. You have to go to work and think about, am I going to have to fight a kid today? Like, for real. And as we go down the list, there is no respecter of age. No respecter of age. So this next video, it was on the Neighborhood Talk or something like that, Shade Room, one of them, probably both up. I'm going to read the caption before you see the video if you haven't seen this one. This is a substitute teacher in Richmond, California. Okay. How are we here? Okay. A teacher in Richmond has been fired after a video went viral showing him slamming a student to the ground and then shoving him out of the classroom. Now, police are investigating the incident with the possibility of charges being filed. A video that quickly went viral shows the substitute teacher exchanging words with the student before grabbing him and slamming him to the ground, as other students watch in disbelief. A teacher then forces the student out of the classroom. And according to West Contra Costa School District, the student had made a racial slur prior to the incident. See how they wait to put that shit at the end? This was a non-black student calling a black teacher nigga. Okay? As if that ain't triggering. Okay? There is no justifying it. I think he could have taken more precautions, like calling the principal or some other authority. It was a bad move, I'll say that, expressed Rogelio Casillas, a student at Richmond High School. A parent, Irma Beltran, found the teacher's actions disturbing. I felt angry, she told us. The incident has rattled Richmond High. On Tuesday, ABC 7 was given cell phone video of a gathering organized by the Black Student Union. They addressed other students, denouncing the use of any racial slurs, also asking the school to ensure everyone's safety. Those that have been taught by the substitute teacher say he's liked by students. He's a pretty cool guy from when he substituted in my classroom, added Casillas. He was a normal teacher. He was just fine there if we needed them, expressed Fatima Ramos, another student. If the school district fired the teacher and issued this statement, the student is safe with their family, and our school and district are fully investigating the incident. Also investigating the incident is Richmond Police. So far, it's not clear if charges will be filed against the teacher. We will finish our investigation, conduct our interviews, and we will forward the report to the district attorney, and they will review the case and make the ultimate filing decision as far as whether it amounts to a felony crime or a misdemeanor crime, and what charges shall be filed, if any, revealed Sergeant Donald Patch. I'm going to play this video. Some of you have already seen the video, but I already have my choice as a person that deals with kids. Now, he could have handled it different. He could have. Again, I will say, you always need to try to position yourself away from the kids or away from the situation. But from the little piece of whatever, I don't see him having been done that. Now, because of this fucked up ass kid, this man's got to lose his livelihood. You can't tell a person how to respond when they're triggered and when they're aggressed. And this is obvious that this kid was aggressive. Okay? What are y'all saying in the chat? That was part of me walking away from the school bus driving too. Yeah. They don't pay enough for that shit. I didn't accept shit from supervisors where I work, and definitely not a child. Hey, Jess. Hey, Jess. I would leave the bus where it was and call the Uber to close up. Look, wasn't no Uber back then, Black Diamond. It was just little, you call a livery cab. So let's watch this video, and then I'll give the rest of my commentary on this. Like I said, this triggered me, so.
In Richmond has been fired after a video went viral showing him slamming a student to the ground and shoving him out of the classroom.
And now police are investigating the incident with the possibility of charges being filed. ABC 7 News senior education reporter Leanne Melendez has the details.
I'm not playing.
The video shows the substitute teacher exchanging words with the student before grabbing and slamming him on the ground, as other students watched in disbelief. The teacher then forces the student out of the classroom. According to the West Contra Costa Unified School District, prior to the incident, the student had made a racial slur.
There is no justifying it, but I just think he could have taken better precautions, like calling the principal or some authority. So I just think it was a bad move. I'll say that.
This parent, Irma Beltran, found the teacher's actions disturbing.
I'm feeling angry.
The incident has rattled Richmond High. Today, ABC 7 News was given cell phone video of a gathering organized by the Black Student Union. They addressed other students, denouncing the use of any racial slurs and also asking the school to ensure everyone's safety. Those who have been taught by the substitute teachers say he's liked by students.
He was a pretty cool guy from when he subbed in my classrooms.
Yeah, he was just a normal teacher. He was just there, would just be there if we needed him.
The school district fired the teacher and issued this statement. The student is safe with their family, and our school and district are fully investigating the incident. Also investigating the incident is Richmond Police. So far, it's not clear if charges will be filed against the teacher.
We will finish our investigation, conduct our interviews, and then we will forward that report to the district attorney, and then they will review the case and make an ultimate filing decision as far as whether this amounts to a felony crime, a misdemeanor crime, and what charges should be filed, if any.
In Richmond, Leanne Melendez, ABC 7 News.
Okay, look, I want to rewind some of this. Okay, let's be clear. Like I said, I feel like he could have tried to get around this, but the fact that the Black Student Union first had to have a vigil lets me know that school, it don't have to be white to be racist, okay? That school probably practices saying like racial slurs from blacks to Latins, Latins to blacks. For that kid to call that black teacher a nigger and let it roll off his tongue so easy, he's been saying it and he's been thinking it. When they said, the children said, let's ensure everyone's safety. Well, why would everyone's safety have to be questioned if this was just an issue between a student and a teacher? Right. So look at this, Marva. So far, I haven't heard none because this just went viral. I want to rewind this. Okay, to me. You can chime in what y'all want. I believe this is self-defense. He just did a little bit extra. He probably got tired of that little motherfucker and then had a hard day. And look, I've had a lot of people that say, if you aggress me like a man, you gonna get your ass beat like a man. Okay, because he's just as tall as him. I see this boy put hands on this teacher. Has the details. Now let's look slowly. Okay, look. He walks up on the teacher. If you walk up on me, then I'm clearly on guard. I'm taking that as aggressive. We used to get yelled at by teachers all the time. You take it, you move on. If you don't like what the teacher's saying, look, I want to go to the principal, I want to go to the administrator, I'm calling my mom and my daddy. Let's go back. Now let's move forward. Okay. It happened so quick.
As the details.
The video shows the substitute teacher exchanging words with the student before grabbing and slamming him on the ground as other students watched in disbelief. The teacher then forces the incident the student had made prior to the incident. The student, according to the West Contra Costa Unified School District, prior to the...
You see that? When you push up on me in the hood, when you standing up on somebody and they be like, baddest one hit my hand or the baddest one touch my shoulder, when you get to doing this, You're pushing me. You're trying to aggress me. You trying to push me down. You have touched me and invaded my space first. And it depends on what school system you're in. They're not protecting the teachers. They're not protecting the teachers. So it's okay. He's okay for him to do that to that teacher. He ain't no small man.
Prior to the incident, the student had made a racial slur.
There is no justifying it, but like,
boom.
I just think he could have.
And calling someone a racial slur
There
is
is no
aggressive all in itself.
Incident, the student had made a racial slur.
There is no justifying it, but like,
I might hit you, do you like a little rag doll too?
And had made a racial slur.
there is no justifying it, but like,
Student had made a racial slur.
there is no justifying it, but like, I just think he could have.
1. Let's put a 1 in the chat. Now let the audience. 1, if you think the student aggressed him and it was self-defense. 2, if you feel the teacher is completely wrong and he should have never put his hands on him. 3, both are at fault. I feel he's been disrespectful before. 1, if he aggressed the teacher. 2, if the teacher is at fault. 3, if it's both fault. However, the teacher wouldn't have wanted that to have happened to his child. Yeah, he could have handled that differently. Looks like it was easier for that student to get up from the floor than not to. And look, I was looking in the chat of Neighborhood Talk when I saw this, right? And Tammy Rivera, that y'all don't know. If you don't know who she is, she's a singer now. She is Waka Flocka Flame's ex-wife, and she was also a star on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She says in her response was, and after that, all of my son's uncles and his daddy and them would have been there to beat his ass. And that in itself is the problem. Instead of learning conflict resolution, now you want to escalate an issue. We never want to, especially when it comes to these boys, that's why they as fucked up as they are. Never want to hold accountable what the kids do. Never want to use conflict resolution, but instead we want to escalate the problem. So we got 3 1s and 2 3s. So y'all, well, with that means everybody basically agrees that that student holds some type of responsibility to that. And it looks like that the school system, they say he's safe at home. Like they're really trying to save face and put this all on this teacher and none on the kid. And my whole thing is, when do we make children accountable? Like a lot of these kids out here, they have chemical imbalances for real. I'm seeing it after COVID. You know, some of y'all parents, y'all didn't want to deal with y'all kids. Y'all fucked y'all kids up. They are batshit crazy. They got emotional problems, all kind of problems. They seeing you getting your ass beat by your man and going to fuck another nigga in the same day. All these kids, they see this. They see you drinking and smoking all day. And they take that shit to school. Why? Because they tell me. I see them doing fucked up ass shit. Like, I'm getting ready to mediate something between some of my girls. And it was a fight that happened a couple of days ago. But I wanted to mediate the situation between one of them and another girl. And this same girl gets into a fight with another girl, with a third girl, or second, whatever you want to call it. They get into a fight outside. See the girl come back to school the next day. I said, well, you know, we're going to have a conference. Because I was already finna have a conference with her about fighting with somebody else. My computer's cracking. I'm going to need another one for real. But the girl she got into a fight with, that girl is having problems in the school because she allegedly is doing some things on social media. She's bullying people. So I wanted to talk to her about that. No, it's not the move. So nevertheless, they got into a fight. They bring their funky asses in my classroom today. And I had to do a double take. What the hell is y'all doing in here? I was like, didn't you just fight a day ago? And they laughed. They was like, yeah. And they was, the girl said, well, you know, sometimes, you know, you got to bop, 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 bitch, you know, and to get an understanding. But we cool now. We talked about it. I said, you got to do what? You got to bop, bop, bop. That's her words. I said, we wouldn't be friends if I just beat your ass 2 days ago. I was like, what are we doing here? I said, and if it was just that simple that you talked about it after y'all threw hands, then you probably could have got around it without throwing hands. Why you just couldn't talk about it in the first place? I said, woo. I'll talk to y'all later. The kids need to learn that there's consequences for their actions, but they don't. If you don't want to get ass, don't bring. That student was big too. Parents condone that. Yes. If you don't want to get his ass, he shouldn't bring his ass. Like Diamond always say, you got to bring ass to get ass. What you talking about? I'm going to beat your ass. So this next one, I hope this is a better video. If not, I'm going to go to Instagram and get it, okay? Because that's where I saw it, but I know it's somewhere else. There is a video. Oh, this is the video. Give me 1 second. There is Rockdale County. Let me put this in the Googles, okay? This next story is now we finally got some girls, okay? And I'm going to tell you, the girls are just as bad, if not worse, than the boys, okay? So this girl, okay, that's not, I already got that one up there. She attacks a teacher. And when it was all said and done, excuse me, she broke this teacher's leg. Teacher's kind of fat though. You know, you got to be in shape to fuck with these kids, okay? She broke this teacher's leg. They fucking around and fighting. So I'm gonna read this one, but I got another site that has the video. I'm not tussling with you like this. I'm gonna let y'all watch the video, and I'm gonna tell you the opportunity that I would have taken. Okay, and some of y'all would have taken this same opportunity. Okay, I saw opportunity like this is another. Woo, get your ass. You know, it triggered me like that. Okay, I don't like to fight, but these children are triggering me because I think about I have kids, and I would never let my kids do this type of shit. Never. But there are parents who do this type of shit. I'm gonna tell you, I heard a story. The two kids was into it down to the school. And I walk into the office, And this is off the back of the weekend. I said, what's going on with you? You know, one of mine was, you know, really upset. And they said that they have been into it so much that the parent, and all these people live like in the same neighborhood, of course. Parent came outside, gonna jump the kids with the door that opened the trunk and said, I got something that'll hold you, baby. And brandished it on the kids. These are grammar school kids, ma'am. They didn't have, I know that they ain't got no weapons. They not even coming at you like that. They not even coming at you like that. So we wonder where the kids get it from. They mama. Because they tell them, don't let nobody be on you. You beat they motherfucking ass and ask questions like conflict resolution. I fully endorse defending yourself. But a lot of times this shit here that y'all be talking, it's unnecessary. No, ma'am. Please teach your kids to act better. But then you first have to be able to act better before you teach your children. So, you know. This is in Georgia. Conyers. Conyers is supposed to be more affluent area, okay? I'm just saying. More affluent people are supposed to have better manners. The Rockdale County Public School System is investigating a student assault on a teacher Thursday at Heritage High School. A video apparently taken by a cell phone inside the classroom and sent to the Citizen Thursday shows a female student engaged in a verbal argument with a female teacher that escalates into physical violence. The school system issued the following statement Thursday evening. Rockdale Public Schools is Rockdale Public Schools is investigating an incident where a student allegedly attacked a teacher during class today. RCPS does not tolerate student violence towards any staff members. Students who harm other students or staff will be disciplined according to our Student Discipline Code of Conduct and will be appropriately charged by law enforcement. We will adhere to personnel and student privacy laws in this matter. The student is reportedly a 9th grader and as a juvenile under Georgia criminal law. Her name will not be released. The video shared on social media shows the female student initially engaging in verbal assault on the teacher, saying, "Fuck you, bitch. I don't care if you're an adult or not. You're not going to talk to me like that, you dumbass bitch." As the teacher is calling for assistance, the student knocks the cell phone out of her hand and onto the floor. The student pushes the teacher back, and the student screams, "You're not going to talk to me like that. You're not going to talk to me like that." The teacher walks out of the room, and the student closes the door. But the teacher attempts to re-enter the room, and the student pushes her as the teacher says, "Do not put your hands on me." The student responds saying, "I'm fixing to start swinging." The student begins to strike the teacher, knocking her to the floor in the hallway and continuing to beat her about the head and kick her until others pull her away. The teacher apparently did not strike the student. Information on the teacher's condition was not immediately available. A spokesperson from the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office said the agency is actively investigating this incident. Once there is a decision to charge either party, RSCO will take the proper steps. And before I play this, she did not strike the student. When you see this video, you will agree with me. She should have struck that child. Yes, please hit the like button, okay? A lot of y'all in the Palace Guard, not in the chat. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. And you are watching 50/50 News Special Report. Our teachers defenseless against students. Okay? I'm your host, Princess A.V. All of that stuff down there is at the bottom. Look, this video is not monetized. I forgot to ask. We'll do a little commercial break sooner or later. Please donate to the Cash App, the Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, to keep me being able to come live more and not having to work so much. Okay? It keeps everything going, lights, gas, internet, all that good stuff. Okay? Jesus, please take this wheel, please. Thank you, Q. She said, I'll call Sugar Wooger the black bill. She didn't have a chance. Let me see what's on this video here. Is this a commercial or what? What is this? Princess Eugene is pregnant with baby number 2. Oh, we don't give a fuck about her. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that, but sorry, not sorry. Let's share this other one. And I might have to find it on what they call it. Pretty Ricky, what they call it. On Instagram. Okay, and they got this one blurred all out. Why don't I hear no sound? Okay. There we go. It ain't blurred out on
criminal
Instagram.
charges for physically attacking her teacher.
Oh, this is another side.
Everything seems to be caught on video these days, doesn't it? The teacher's now recovering with a broken leg. Channel 2 Station Fernandez live in Rockdale County. You talk to parents about what they believe should happen to the student. And, you know, Ty, how about how comfortable or not they are with the whole school?
Justin, this is something everybody was talking about today. Students, teachers, and of course parents have their opinions. We spoke to parents on both sides of this. They have some very interesting opinions. We also spoke to a witness who saw it all. Heritage High School students had their phones out Thursday. While this 9th grader and her teacher got into an argument that escalated to an attack.
Oh my God. Punching her. Okay, is that girl in jail?
Students told me she was transported to the Juvenile Detention Center, and a Rockdale County School District Administrator said that student will face criminal charges. After this parent watched the entire video that shows the teenage girl get in her teacher's face, then put her hands on the teacher, she said there's never a reason for things to go this far.
And all these other kids, they should have got up and done something. I mean, why you let them treat a teacher that way?
We got permission to speak to a student who saw the whole thing. Was it scary at the time?
It wasn't scary, it was shocking. She's a pretty good teacher, but how she talked, I'll say she talked with aggression. How she talked to kids is not a proper way to talk to them.
His mother agrees.
What I think the problem is the teachers are not taking a class to how to deal with children. You have to learn de-escalation techniques to help those kids versus aggravate a situation.
Rockdale County School administrators told me they are still investigating, but they did say they will not tolerate violence against staff, just like they won't tolerate it against students. That student is on suspension, and they fully expect her to face criminal charges. We're live in Rockdale County. Taisha Fernandez, Channel 2 Action News.
One call. Okay, so there's so many things to unpack there. What are you talking about, pregnant, Jersey? I'm gonna say this. That was stupid of her to say teachers need to take classes on how to de-escalate and to talk to kids. God damn it. To be a teacher, you got to go through a lot of fucking shit. That's one reason why I'm not a teacher. You got to take a lot of classes, child development. Like, I'm qualified to teach, like, daycare. Shit like that, okay? I probably could get a job at a charter school for little kids or something like that. Like, for each grade levels, it's different degrees and shit that you do. Then on top of that, you got to get a teacher certificate. I got to pay for it. I didn't know I could add that to my repertoire of all these pieces of paper that I have, that I just like to have. It's called a paraprofessional's license that I'm going to get, that I have to pay for. And it allows me to get more pay, excuse me, depending on what position I do when dealing with children or in the school system. It will qualify me to go into a different position that I could do now, but I don't want to. And it would be more or less, I think it would gear me towards working with special ed kids, and I don't want to do that shit no more. And if I do, it's only a minor spectrum that I want to deal with it, because that shit, it's a lot. I don't shit, I don't want to work, so I know I don't want to do that. Um, Especially here again in the school system, teachers are not really protected. You're only protected so much. So this one, when she says you need to learn how to talk to kids, they make you go through a lot of stuff in order to be a teacher. Okay, that's why it's a teacher shortage. There's a teacher shortage because of post-COVID shit and this type of shit. You get kids that get in your face, that talk to you any kind of motherfucking way, okay, and you're just supposed to accept it. No, ma'am. Now, we got a lot of teachers out there that either say or do fucked up ass things. Yes. Every teacher cannot teach, but they can get a check. Now, I was having a discussion earlier about teachers. Some of the teachers don't like your fucking kids. And it will come out. The way they talk to your kids, the way they act around your kids. And I'm not saying it's right. Some teachers don't know how to teach. And if a teacher don't like your motherfucking kid, they're gonna talk to your kid greasy, or they're gonna do microaggressions against your kids. High school kids are a different beast. When I'm around high school kids, I talk damn near like I talk to y'all. We have a talk up front. You need to reason with children because they're chemically imbalanced anyway. And my first speech is, I'm going to respect you, as in turn, I want you to respect me. I'm not finna take your bullshit. So don't bring it this way. I'm not your motherfucking mama, but I am somebody else's mom. I'm going to be nice to you as long as you're nice to me. They get to saying some shit. I might say your mama, whatever. But they think I'm funny. And they know I do anything for them, and I will protect them. So I don't have a lot of problems. I had a problem with a greasy ass kid last week at the dance. That lasted all of a minute. I think somebody whispered in her ear because she was like, "You told me to shut up." I'm like, "I ain't told your motherfucking ass to shut up. I don't even talk to y'all like that. Because if I did, you would know." I said I was the furthest thing from what I said, but I'm not finna argue with no kid. And I think she was like, "I'll get off that. You're not hurting me, child. This is a service for you. Bye." But I don't know what happened in the span of 45 seconds. She quickly changed her mind. And her attitude too. And I guess one of my kids was very ill. She ain't say that shit to you, and she don't do that. Be cool. You need to. You're a role model automatically when you're in children's life and you're working around kids. So you need to make them feel like they're respected. They feel like they're safe. As in turn, they will respect you and protect you. But then you got some fucked up ass kids like this. So, little black daycare girl to teach. I heard, and because I just have to say I heard, I haven't seen it reported, that this woman said something to the effect of, "I know your mama raised you better, or your mama didn't raise you like that." And the the child's mother is deceased. Excuse me, I have not investigated that. I cannot say that it's factual or not, but that allegedly is what the issue is. And that triggered the child. Seeing other people say, well, she talks greasy to the kids, it makes me think that it is more feasible for that to be a situation. Again, does it make it right? No. You don't like what the fuck the teacher says? Leave. You don't have a right as a child to say, who the fuck you talking to, bitch? Because I'm back to square one as we were the other videos. Don't get step up to get done up. When you aggress me like a grown-ass woman, I'm going to treat you like a grown-ass woman. This is Jim's, by the way. It's my sample bottle. Yeah. So this is Instagram. This is Instagram. Y'all looking at all my saved videos. So I know you lying and whatnot. This.
You're not gonna talk to me like that. You don't have bitch. You're not gonna talk to me like that. Bitch, you're not gonna talk to me like that. You're not gonna talk to me like that. You got us playing my face right now.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Put your hands on me. Yeah, I swear to God, if you don't get your hands, put your hands on me. Give me hands on me. I'm just so sweet.
Oh God damn!
I don't give a fuck if you're an adult or not. You're not gonna talk to me like that. You don't have bitch. You're not gonna talk to me like that.
Kick through the phone.
Bitch, you're not gonna talk to me like that. You're not gonna talk to me like that. You got us playing my face right now.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Put your hands on me. Yeah, I swear to God, if you don't get your hands, put your hands on me. Give me hands on me. I'm just so sweet.
Oh God damn!
Okay, so let's start unpacking. She told her the truth. Her mama didn't raise her like that. When I pull up in the church parking lot, immediately my car is surrounded by the children, just like the movie The Birds. Oh, like I don't have kids that fuck with me like this. Like they would even think about this. And if they did, I'm going to tell you, all of those children sat down and watched. That does not happen in my world, thank God. If a child gets unruly, there's another child that say, hey, that's not what you want. We don't do that here. You're not going to do that to Miss A.V. Okay? I have a lot of kids that call me mama. Okay? I'm strict. I'm firm. You know, I don't play with kids. Okay? And I let them know that in the door. But I love you and I look out for you. So there are so many things to unpack here. First of all, right there, she aggressed her. The minute you walk up on me, get away from me. The minute you get up out your feet and I'm trying to teach, there's a problem. Ma'am, I'm pressing the button. Press that button, okay? Call the principal, administrator. I would have went to Roster Hall now. This little bitch over here, because that's probably what I've been feeling by then, okay? Come get her. Somebody come get her, okay? Number two. Now, number three. Now, she done walked up on this lady. I can't pause it, so that's why I keep playing it. Right there. I'm calling for help. You up in my face. You better get the fuck up out of my face. Now, I don't back up in areas where I can't get out of, so I probably would have been backing up towards the door, okay? You do not turn your back to someone who's aggressing you, so I would have been backing up. Number 2, my phones cost $1,200 a piece, okay? You are not finna knock my phone to the ground. That's enough for me to beat your motherfucking ass right there, okay? I love my phones. My phones cost more than it costs to get you. I hope that lady, she's not going to get fired. She said that you can see that she didn't even hit the lady girl back as she should. There's no time to alert the principal. Okay, they have buttons, but in the meantime, well, see, she walked away. She shouldn't have put her back to that girl. They say she was on the phone calling administration when the girl knocked the phone out of her hand. But again, I don't want you that close to me that you're even in that range to do that stuff. Okay, so right there, they in the doorway. The minute that she pushed the door on me, I probably would have lost it a little bit just because I know my level of self-control. This lady exuded exemplary self-control with all these kids taking. But I'm going to tell you this. Once she put her hand up and pushed that lady and she was in the doorway, all I could see myself is I wouldn't have not only pushed that girl up in between that doorway, I would have knocked her motherfucking head into the crease of that goddamn door. It's self-defense. She hit her. Number 1, you tried to hit me there. You hit me with the door. 2, she hit it in right there. She was good. She was good. You see that? And when she lifted her hand and said, I'm about to start swinging on you. Right there. She said, I'm about to start swinging. She jumped up at her. I would have pushed her. Boom. Right into that doorway. Okay. She had about a head. Okay. She had about a head. That means she had control of the situation. And she still was nice to the children. Do not hit me. She aggressed that lady on multiple times. In our handbook, once you get hit, you have to defend yourself. Don't beat up the kids. I do not advocate violence to the kids because I know some of y'all probably going to cut the shit out. Say, see, she over there working with the kids and she beat on them. I don't have these types of situations. And I hope to God that I never do. Okay? But you're not going to hit me and just be walking away. Now, this lady to let this little girl, this little ass girl, because that's what she is, little and little. Now, whatever she did to trigger that girl, okay, that needs to be dealt with. But she did all that and had that girl by the head instead of swinging her across the hall as she should. She let that girl hit her in her face and in her head and made her break her leg. So now the city got to pay for it. That school, the principal, and the board of education, and that student and parents will have an epic lawsuit on his. So now, yeah, you got a criminal and civil suit. Now, I don't know if the principal would be, at fault at this point because, it depends on if they were notified in time or not. But this little girl is obviously, she got some chemical imbalance. She got some pent-up aggression. She don't like that teacher because she was fighting her like she really hated her, like somebody off the street. And so that's something else that needs to be identified and dealt with. The way she was fighting that teacher. She was mad. Okay? So, I just want to bring awareness to these situations. So lastly, a trigger warning. I keep forgetting to make that little video. We got a trigger warning. If we ain't never had no trigger warning in this whole video, this is a trigger warning. Literally. This last story is about the 6-year-old who shot his teacher The teacher is still living. 6, first grade. Those are like the ages that I mostly deal with. I do understand that they have chemical imbalances. They do. I was looking at a little kid, and she was walking down the hall. He had his little fist ball, and I said, "Well, he didn't used to act like that. What's going on with him?" And I have another kid who has behavior triggers here and there. She's mean sometimes. She's a very sweet baby. But she had some abuse issues at home. And it causes her to lash out every once in a while. It's like dealing with a different person. Because she doesn't know how to talk about or deal with her feelings in totality. Because, the parents, they be like, don't tell, don't tell. And I've heard it's a lot of issues, but she's a very sweet, beautiful child. But what kind of chemical reactions? Well, I've heard, I did a story. I watched the Plainest Jane. And she really broke down this story yesterday. So, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Go watch the Plainest Jane. She did a full story about this. I'm going to try to do the condensed version because we're already at hour 20. Like I said, I'm thinking about doing another live today. Excuse me. Marva already know. Mama was a registered user owner. He got the gun and the bullets. Mom should be prosecuted. I feel very strong about that. He had special problems. Yes, we're about to go into all of this. So which one do I want to go first? Okay, so this is the 21st and this is 26th. So yeah, we're going to go to the Washington Post first. And this is the story from the 21st of January. Another situation where they say the school was warned and they know full well about this child and how problematic this child was. And the teachers were not protected. They downplayed it because, oh, he's only a cute little cat. He's only 6 years old. Yeah. This is what 6-year-olds doing now, okay? They busting caps in your asses. Not playing with no G.I. Joes. School downplayed warnings about a 6-year-old before teacher shooting, staffers say. Okay, this is at Rich Neck Elementary School, okay, in Virginia. A Virginia teacher who was shot by a 6-year-old student repeatedly asked administrators for help with the boy, but officials downplayed educators' warnings about his behavior, including dismissing his threat to light a teacher on fire and watch her die, according to the messages from teachers obtained by the Washington Post. Okay, this is just the first paragraph. This little baby, the baby says, and they babies. Some of them barely talking. At 6 years old, he said, I want to set the teacher on fire and watch her die. These are demons that are talking. And they are in full operation. The previously unreported incidents raised fresh questions about how Rich Neck Elementary School in Newport News handled the troubled student before police say he shot Abigail Zwerner as she taught her first grade class earlier this month. Authorities have called the shooting intentional, but are still investigating the motive. Many parents are already outraged over Rich Neck's official management of events before the shooting. Newport News Superintendent George Parker III has said school officials got a tip the boy had a gun that day and searched his backpack, but the staffers never found a weapon before authorities say 6-year-old shot Zwerner. Newport News Police Chief Steve Drew said his department was not contacted about the report that the boy had a weapon before the shooting. Police and school officials have repeatedly declined to answer questions about the boy's disciplinary issues or worrisome behaviors the 6-year-old may have exhibited and how the school officials responded, citing the child's age and the ongoing law enforcement investigation. The boy's family said in a statement he has an acute disability. But James Ellenson, an attorney for the family, declined to comment on accounts of the boy's behavior or how it was handled by the school. School district spokeswoman, Michelle Price said in a phone interview late Friday that the Family's Educational Rights and Privacy Act, a federal law protecting students' privacy, prohibits her from releasing information related to the 6-year-old. I cannot share any information in the child's educational record, she said. A lot of what you're asking is part of the child's educational record and is also a matter of ongoing police investigation and an internal school investigation. Unfortunately, some of these details I'm not even privy to. Screenshots of a conversation held online between school employees and Parker shortly after the shooting show educators claiming that Zwerner raised alarms about the 6-year-old and sought assistance during the school year. She asked for help, one staffer wrote in the chat referring to Zwerner. Several times came another message. Yes, she did. 2 years prior, all year. The messages, which were provided to the post by the spouse of Rich Neck Elementary School teacher, do not detail what specific assistance Zwerner sought or to whom she directed her request. Zwerner and her family have not returned repeated messages from the Washington Post. A separate message written by a Rich Neck teacher and obtained by the Washington Post from local teachers union alleges that the school administrators waved away grave concerns about the 6-year-old's conduct, that the school was overall unable to care for him properly. The Post obtained the message on the condition that the teacher's identity not be revealed because the union feared that she would face retaliation. The teacher declined interview requests through the union and the Newport News Education Association, citing worries of professional consequences and a directive from Newport News Schools not to talk to the media about the shooting. On one occasion, the boy wrote a note telling the teacher he hated her and wanted to light her on fire and watch her die, according to the teacher's account. Alarmed, the teacher brought the note to the attention of Rich Neck administrators and was told to drop the matter, according to the account. Excuse me. My throat's dried up. The date of the incident was not mentioned. The principal and vice principal of the school did not respond to requests for comment on the teacher's account. On a second occasion, the boy threw furniture and other items in class, prompting students to hide underneath their desk, according to the account. Another time, the teacher alleges in her account, the boy barricaded the doors to the classroom, preventing a teacher and students from leaving. The teacher banged on the classroom door until another teacher from across the hall forced it open from the outside, according to the teacher's account. It was not clear whether the teacher asked for any specific action from the administrators after that incident. The teacher also described strained resources at the school. The lead special education teacher, keyword special education teacher, was frustrated because she has a high caseload, according to the account. Some aides regularly miss work, including for as long as a week at a time. The teacher further alleged in her account that the boy was not receiving educational services he needed, and it was difficult to get help with him during outbursts, that he was sometimes seen wandering the school unsupervised. The boy's family said in a statement Thursday, the first public remarks his relatives have given about the shooting. The 6-year-old was under a care plan. I'm going to say that again. Y'all that is in schools, y'all know what the fuck this is. Under a care plan. That included his mother or father attending school with him and accompanying him to class every day. That stopped the week of the shooting, the statement said. We will regret our absence on this day for the rest of our lives, the statement read. The teacher's account dovetails with descriptions of the student's behavior shared by the spouse of a rich neck teacher and a mother whose child is enrolled in a class located across the hallway from Zwarner's. Both the spouse and the mother, who spoke on the condition of anonymity to protect their family's privacy, said the student was known campus-wide for disruptive and violent behavior, and that school employees struggled to manage him in class. The Post reached out to dozens of other Rich Neck teaching staff, administrators, and parents to try to corroborate the teacher's allegations, but most have not responded or declined interviews, citing the ongoing police investigation or fear of reprisals. Drew, the police chief, has had detectives will look into allegations of the student's troubling conduct before the incident, though he has not confirmed any specific incidents. James Grave, president of Newport News Education Association, said the union is investigating safety concerns raised by the teachers in the wake of the shooting. We want to know what happened so we can protect our members, Grave said. They believe and they know the administration should take concerns more seriously than they did. This could have been prevented. Thomas Britton, whose son was taught by Zwarner, says school officials never formally notified parents in the class about the issue with the boy who fired the shot. He said administrators mishandled the shooting, asserting they should have pulled the boy out of class until they have definitely determined whether he possessed a gun and conducted a more thorough search. That was a shocking revelation that not only did he bring the weapon, but somebody gave a tip that he had a weapon, Britton said. It seems to me it would be completely avoidable at that point. Valerie McCandless, a 52-year-old resident of Newport News who sent 6 kids to Rich Neck, says her children had a wonderful experience at the school, but she is troubled that the school's administrators, some of whom said are relatively new, failed to make a preemptive action. I don't think the teachers are getting support. They're not getting compassion. They're not getting answers, and they're not getting listened to, she said, adding of the shooting. This was, I believe, God's way of saying somebody needs to listen to them. Similar concerns emerged the week at packed Newport News School board meeting, during which dozens of parents recounted their disappointment, anger, and frustration with security measures at Rich Neck and other schools in the district. There have been 3 shootings on school grounds in Newport News since late 2021. Several teachers said they received no support when they faced violence in the classroom or attacks from students. Some speakers claim the district is more interested in keeping discipline statistics low than taking meaningful action to address students' problems. A parent of a child in Zwarner's class said her daughter had been bullied by classmates. She said she struggled to make the school take her concerns seriously, and that Rich Neck principal once failed to show for a conference about bullying, although other officials did come. She said Zwarner defended her daughter. Listen to your teachers when they have concerns, the woman said, raising her voice. Please. Parker, the superintendent, said at the meeting with Rich Neck students that the district is purchasing 90 metal detectors to install in all Newport News schools and acquiring clear black backpacks to hand out to students. He has assigned a new administrator to Rich Neck and also said officials are taking note of teachers' concerns. We listened and we continue to work to improve current systems and process to help better manage extreme behaviors that adversely affect the culture and climate in the schools. Parker wrote in a note to staff this week. Celeste Holliday, a substitute teacher who covers Warner's first grade class at Rich Neck Elementary School on one occasion, said Warner had difficulty maintaining order in the class of 25 to 30 kids, but Holliday thought she was a conscientious teacher. She was great. She was doing the best that she could. Holliday said of Warner, she mentally prepared me. She told me they're rambunctious 6-year-olds and it's going to be a hard day. Do the best you can. Zwarner warning proved prescient. Holliday said the class was rowdier than many others for which she had substituted. Holliday said that on the day she worked at Rich Neck, one boy shoved another during recess and the boy scraped his knee. The injured boy had to go to the nurse's office for treatment. Afterward, the principal came to the classroom and told the boys to calm down because they were shouting, Holliday said. The principal filed a report about the shoving incident. Holliday said that after the experience, she decided she would not substitute at Rich Neck Elementary School again. Drew said in his online chat that detectives have wrapped up interviews with most students but are still seeking school disciplinary records and other materials related to the boy. When the probe is complete, Drew said the findings will be sent to the Newport News Commonwealth attorney to decide whether anyone should be charged. Legal experts say it's unlikely the boy will be charged since children under 7 are presumed unable to form the intent to carry out an illegal act under Virginia law. Excuse me. But Drew said it's possible someone could be charged for failing to secure the gun used in the shooting. Ellenson, the attorney for the boy's family, said in an interview that the gun was secured with a trigger lock and kept on the top shelf of the mother's bedroom closet. Ellenson said it's unclear how the boy got a hold of the gun. Newport News police denied to comment on the family's characterization that the weapon was stored securely. On January 6th, shooting occurred as the school was winding down for the week. Police said the boy pulled out the gun as Zwarner was teaching and shot her. Zwarner was rushed to the hospital with critical injuries. Drew says she is continuing to recover. Police said the boy brought the gun from home in a backpack. The boy's family said in their statement he is in a hospital receiving treatment and expressed sorrow for the shooting. We continue to pray for the teacher's full recovery and for her loved ones who are undoubtedly upset and concerned, the statement read. At the same time, we love our son and are asking you that you please include him and our family in your prayers. We'll pray for you, but I mean, sorry, it's just.
Mrs. Zwerner was providing class instruction. The 6-year-old child displayed a firearm, pointed it at her, and fired one round. There was no physical struggle or fight. She was providing instruction to her class. There was one round fired. Abigail took a defensive position, and what I'm sharing with you is because she has allowed me to share it. She took a defensive position where she raised her hand. The round went through her hand, exited the rear of her hand, and into her upper chest. And that's as far as I want to go with that. I'm not a physician, and the complications there, but that was the injury. She leaned back and took that round. She suffered a gunshot wound, but she was still able to get all of her students out of that classroom. From the video surveillance we have of the hallway, you can see the students running out of that classroom across the hall into, and I'm estimating about 17 to 20 students out of that classroom across all into other classrooms. Mrs. Werner was the last person to leave that class. She made a right turn and started down the hallway, and then she stopped. She turned around. She turned around to make sure that every one of those students was safe. The parents of the 6-year-old child were contacted by the police department and asked them to meet us back at police headquarters. They did so, and at that point is where we interviewed the child and his mother. And we determined that the firearm was in the residence where they lived, and the child had obtained that firearm, placed it in his backpack, and brought it to school. He was brought to school that day by his mother later that morning. The 6-year-old child brought to school, like we said there, and it was determined we wanted to know about that firearm. It's one of the things that we did in our press conference. There was one of the questions I had. Where did that firearm come from? The firearm was legally purchased by the child's mother out of York County. I just want to reiterate that this shooting was not accidental. It was intentional. Now, I believe, and I told her today, I believe that Miss Zwerner, Abigail, that she saved lives on Friday.
Justice for Tyree!
Well, that's a whole nother story. So, let me see what you're saying in the chat. If a 6-year-old can pull a trigger of a firearm, send us last Ukraine and pull some triggers. How did they miss searching for that gun? The teacher still has the gun lodged in her chest. Or what about setting her? That was a different teacher he wanted to set on fire, allegedly. For me, first graders, they don't be having nothing in their book bag. They just be big and bulky. Guns are heavy. First of all, my kids, they never could be up in my room. Get the fuck out of my shit. Like, my stuff is done. How's you on the shelves with guns and trigger locks and all of that? I just have so many questions. He had aim too. Oh, he should have got. I didn't know. Yes. This too lenient on crime. Yes, they're raising criminals now. That gun should have been locked up. They say it had a trigger lock on it. It was on the shelf. The child should have been removed from a regular class setting. Yes, that's why I said registered owner should be in jail. Regular class setting. There were key words. He's under a care plan. That boy had an IEP. They disserviced that child. So it's obviously, and the fact that his parents had to come to school with him every day means they did not have a one-on-one for him. When they say he's not being cared for properly, he should have been. First of all, kids like that, they do not go into regular classrooms. They go into specialized clear classrooms, SPED classrooms, cluster classrooms, or whatever they do. They have one-on-ones. They have behavior specialists with them. I saw keywords of outbursts walking through the hallway. Like sometimes he's teaching, and I've seen it before, in real time. The kids go spaz out and they just walk out the classroom. I've seen one kid, and I'm getting to know him. He's not my student, but I have his siblings as a student. Night and day, right? The sibling, even though they be like, look, my sibling is crazy, right? But this student, I've seen them in good behavior, play with me or whatever. Then I've seen that student angry. And this child is like 8, 9, something like that. Will punch a teacher, administrator, or whatever, like literally like possessed. And we got into an argument about this child being sassed because the parents like, I don't give a fuck and just do whatever. Like, this is the parents' fault too, right? Because some of it is triggered by whatever's happened at home over the years. Another person said, well, I don't like that. You gotta stick us, and we're like, well, nobody wants to sass a kid, hospitalize a kid, put a kid in special schools or whatever. But especially when it comes to mental health of children. But if the student is a danger to other students and to the staff, am I supposed to choose the student over me? Fuck no. No. And that's basically what the school district has exhibited. Instead of giving them the proper services, because he shouldn't have been there in population. He's a danger. Y'all didn't fix his care plan right. Y'all didn't expedite the care plan. You weren't documenting all this bullshit that he was doing and saying. You waved it off, and now you want to do something after he almost took somebody's life. No, ma'am. Now the government needs to installment in all schools. It's our take. It's up to the schools and the school system, because some school systems don't have these problems. Yes, these kids are traumatized, are supposed to be separate. Ooh. Hey, protect my energy. Yeah, I saw you over there in the other chat. I'm watching on my TV. I got my boo on. What is IEP? IEP, individualized educational plan. Yeah, especially in classes. They say OE. What does OE stand for? Yeah. This is my big. Yeah. But y'all done broke it down. Program. My son has one for learning, not behavior. But they get special services depending on what the IEP is for, right? And so it's obvious that he has a mental health issue. They didn't say nothing about learning, because he learned how to sit up there and take that motherfucking trigger off that gun and that lock and shoot. Okay, so he ain't got no problem learning. He's mentally unstable. And they're telling he's in a hospital. They had to 5150 him. They had to send him on vacation for that. The problem is the schools get more money for a child with IEP than regular school students. But honestly, they don't actually spend the funds correctly. Yes. And it also depends on the school. But we have so many kids that deal with trauma. Like, it's a hell of a lot of them that need IEPs, or they need, even if they don't give them IEPs, they need, I'm seeing, and not just my school, but I just know what I know. Like I said, conflict resolution and all this kind of stuff, even visiting other schools and seeing other kids on the street. Post-COVID and, dealing with trauma and stuff going on in the homes and all of that These kids do not know how to cope. And social media is like the worst thing ever to give your kids. Like even YouTube. Because they don't know how to deal with people. They don't know how to deal with their emotions. They don't know how to talk. It's a lot. Other education. I'm going to look it up. OE. It sounds like a drink. OE. So. Oh, video games are the worst. Fortnite and all that kind of stuff. And Grand Theft Auto. And Call of Duty. Shit. Like, I'll play the games from now to Mortal Kombat. That's my shit. I don't really play video games. I need to get me another video game console. I should have bought me one. I think my daughter pawned off hers. But if she had bought them, I don't know if she still got her Switch or not. But man, I love, we're the generation of video games, right? And Grand Theft Auto was created when I was very young. And then they had the, violence and MA stuff, right? My favorite thing, even to this day, is when you get you a prostitute. And you find you a prostitute on Grand Theft Auto. And you call her over, you get her to the car, you fuck her. And the car be rocking. And then you put her out the car and then you run her over, okay? And get your money back. Like, this is what we peddle to our children. And now they have it so you can buy the games online. You got a gift card. You can get anybody to do that, right? Because they're interactive. And I've seen my daughter play, and I'm standing in the living room, and I hear some kid that she know or some kid across the world, they be like, go in the motherfucking room, you bitch. And I'm like, please tell them that your mama is standing here, that I can hear them, okay? Same with the other games. Christmas before last, they brought the Mortal Kombat in here. And Kyron was playing, and he brought that shit in here, and we downloaded it. And Mortal Kombat is nothing like, I thought it was bad when you like, go here, and you pull it and you do a fatality. Baby, watching a 4K fatality, something totally different. And they be coming from they just pull your whole spleen out and doo, 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 doo. And I don't know, I just cringe. I'm like, my God. They grab the brains, take it out, just all kind of weird stuff. That's what y'all, and people don't even pay attention what their kids is looking at and taking in. Yeah, very violent, very violent. Eat the metal detector so our teams may be special. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. No, they don't. They don't know what their kids doing. My nephew is 7. He cannot play Minecraft because a higher level there is. What? See, I don't even know that because all I know is the kids they talking about Minecraft all the time. Oh wow! I thought I was a warrior playing Duck Hunt. I can only imagine how the kids feel playing these valley. Pew pew! I still play Duck Hunt. Super Mario Brothers. Man, Joe, they be on it. So let's go. This is the last part of it. I'll let y'all call in for a couple of minutes because I'm on much longer than I thought. We're already at 2 hours. I didn't think it would take that long to go through all of these, but I felt it's an issue that needs to be addressed. So this is like the update from like today, yesterday, in our loud ass neighbors, I guess. Their parents done went to work, and this useless ass grandparents downstairs, I tell you. The kids is getting it cracking. Let me see. My phone's just going off. Oh, let's give a shout out. I just feel vibrations over here. Let's give a shout out. Thank you, Miss Marva, for the cash out. Marva, let's play this. So they done got rid of the superintendent because of this, right? Then we go back to commercial. I have YouTube Premium. I don't watch commercials. Let's turn this down. We don't want to get I'd be mad. I gotta go through all this shit with copyright and erasing music over a goddamn commercial. You don't get your ass out of here. Okay, I already have to bleep out the song in the beginning. I'm just gonna cut the first 10 seconds of the song out from now on when I make this new video.
It was preventable. And thank God Abby is alive.
The attorney for Abby Zwerner, the teacher who was shot and wounded by a 6-year-old student in her first grade class, says she will file a lawsuit against the Newport News School District.
Had the school administrators acted in the interest of their teachers and their students, Abby would not have sustained a gunshot wound to the chest, a bullet that remains dangerously inside her body.
Attorney Diane Toscano alleging a dramatic timeline of warnings on the day of the shooting. The first coming around 11:15 a.m. when Zwerner warned an administrator the 6-year-old threatened to beat up another student.
They didn't call security. They didn't remove the student from the classroom.
Later at 12:30, another teacher searched the boy's backpack, suspecting he had brought the gun to school and put it in his pocket before recess.
The administrator downplayed the report from the teacher and the possibility of a gun, saying, and I quote, "Well, he has little pockets." This is outrageous.
Around 1 p.m., a third teacher told administrators a distressed student confessed to seeing the gun at recess.
Did administrators call the police? No. Did administrators lock down the school? No.
Diane Toscano says another teacher was then denied permission to search the child.
He was told to wait the situation out because the school day was almost over.
CNN reached out to the school district, which declined to comment.
I move that we approve the separation agreement and severance with the superintendent.
At a special meeting tonight, the school board voted to approve a separation agreement with Superintendent George Parker and appointed an interim superintendent.
Effective February 1st, 2023, Dr. Parker will be relieved of his duties as superintendent.
A move parents like Mark Garcia Sr. are calling for.
Different principal, different administration.
Thomas Britton's son is in the same class as the alleged shooter, but wasn't in school that day. His response to the allegations?
I told my wife after we saw it, I'll leave the expletives out, but I can't believe someone could be so blasé or callous with the safety. Like, what is their job?
Today's allegations likely little comfort for the students and parents getting their first chance since the shooting to return to the school this afternoon. Not for classes, but for a short reorientation. An effort to give students and staff what may feel like a far-off sense of normalcy.
My son is still scared, and he was crying about 3 nights ago about this. And, you know, he wants to go back to school, but he just wants to know that he's going to be safe.
And we've just learned from the Newport News public school system that the assistant principal here at Rich Neck Elementary School, Ebony Parker, has resigned. Meanwhile, the attorney for the family of the 6-year-old shooter, James Ellenson, had sent an email to CNN in response to the pending lawsuit and the latest allegations, saying that the family continues to pray for Abby Zwerner.
Oops, wrong one. You're gonna think I'm doing something. I could have just made it big the first time. So now the superintendent is about to lose your job. He lost his job behind this, okay? As he should. Motherfucker should have been fired before. And a whole bunch of people's heads need to roll, okay? Because they didn't show up for this lady and for these teachers. Yes, hey, silver diamond. We got a black diamond and a silver diamond, and there is a pink diamond. Diamonds everywhere. Diamonds, 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 diamonds on my necklace. My cousin teaches at that school, teaches A. Her daughter is in the first. Ooh, that's got to be deep. That's a lot of trauma. A lot of trauma. A lot of trauma. That goes into that. What else is on this? Well, he is fired or resigned, whatever. Anyway, he's not working there no goddamn more. And they got some lawsuits down the pipeline. So I read the other one. I'm not going to read this whole one. That's why I just played the video. But I'm just going to run through this. But the attorney announced her intent to file a lawsuit against the district because they failed to act despite having knowledge of imminent danger. Okay, these people is suing. Okay, the schools is being sued. The school is suing. The teachers are suing. They're suing. Okay, and the school is closed. But think about the trauma that all of the 6-year-olds, even the other kids in the school, they're going to remember that for the rest of their life. And you're going to have that memory of seeing that teacher shot for the rest of your life. Casey Spolt, mother of a 5th grade student at Rich Neck Elementary, hopes school officials will take the teachers more seriously in light of the news that administrators were warned prior to the shooting. Am I 100% comfortable sending them back? No. Spolt said of her child, but I'm hoping that the change in administration is now going to make a difference. That they're going to listen to the teachers' concerns and take things a little seriously now. But my thing is, you're going to lose your job, your livelihood that you spent years to try to make a livelihood because you didn't want to check a baby's pockets in his book bag. And I'm telling you, I'm the type of person, I'm going to leave work. Fuck you. And they telling me somebody got a gun. Well, y'all, fuck you. I'm gone. I'm not going to let you kill me. I got a family.
Good morning, everyone.
Who thinks about the teachers? The kids are not the only important people here. I want to go home in one piece. Who cares about some hurt feelings?
Return home safely.
Emotional, furious parents vent at school officials in Newport News, Virginia, at the first school board meeting since a 6-year-old boy shot and wounded his 1st grade teacher in the classroom.
Don't want to have a family dinner where I talk about where my kids will hide in their school.
One woman said her daughter was in the classroom at Rich Neck Elementary School when teacher Abby Zwerner was shot.
She's 6. She's terrified because the person that was advocating for her got hurt. She got hurt.
She blamed school officials for failing to prevent the shooting. Before the shooting, a school employee had searched the boy's backpack based on a tip, but found no gun.
You guys should have been defending and protect her when she came, or whoever came and said that there was a possible weapon in that child's backpack or otherwise.
Parents expressing anger that this was the 3rd school shooting in the Newport News School District since September of 2021, with 1 fatality. One parent issuing a warning.
Enough is enough. What will it take? I pray it is not a 4th shooting, because that blood will be on your hands.
One parent said trust in Newport News school officials has been lost at all levels. Parents and teachers said in the Newport News district, many students who disrespect teachers and engage in violence face no consequences, and school officials are accused of downplaying or ignoring disciplinary incidents for favorable statistics.
Ask any teacher in this school division why discipline incidents declined, and I have a feeling the response will be the same. Infraction numbers are down because incidents are not always officially reported.
Some at the meeting called for Newport News School Superintendent George Parker and the entire school board to resign. School officials say they're responding to the shooting by installing metal detectors at all elementary schools in Newport News and they're considering a rule to require students to bring only transparent backpacks to school. One school security expert calls that security theater.
The number one way we find out about weapons in schools is not from a metal detector, but from a kid who comes forward and tells an adult that they trust. It's about relationships.
We reached out to the Newport News School District for a response to the accusation that the district underreports disciplinary incidents and to ask if Superintendent George Parker or anyone on the school board would resign. They didn't respond.
And like I said earlier, I have relationships with kids who don't even like come see me in school. Like they trust me. Like they know the other kids. If they fucks with me, you got to make these kids feel like, you know, that they matter and that they can trust you. Okay. And the kid came in and said, hey, this is what's going on. They ain't care. Now, can you think about it from 2021 to 2023? 2023 just started. And their school district is far smaller. 3 shootings with 1 fatality? No, ma'am. Lord, we're in trouble every day. More and more, it feels like we're in our last days. Revelations is here. I hear all kinds. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Avatar, where I play second line. She talking about her avatar on YouTube because it used to be a bee. She got a picture now. I embrace myself for the next incident, which is sad. I'm here in California. 2 mass shootings this week. And they said it on the news. 4 more people involved in this. It's called a mass shooting. Oh, she needs a silver one. Yes, definitely. I know I would. She said screenshot and zoom in. Here goes Cece. Hey, Cece. I'm tired of the mental capacity of Americans. I've checked my youngest into independent studies. They fight in his school every day. What? Kids have it every day. Wow. And this kind of stuff does make you want to like homeschool your kids. I am so glad that my kids are out of school that I don't have to deal with this kind of stuff. I don't even want to adopt no kids at this point. I did. And I'm going to read this part. I will read this part. The hours leading up to the shooting. Before the shooting happened inside Zwerner's first grade class, there were some warning sounds related to the student, the teacher's attorney alleged in a news conference Wednesday. Just before 11:30 a.m. that day, Zwerner told an administrator the 6-year-old had threatened to beat up another child, Toscano said. Administration did not remove the student from class or called security, Toscano. That was the first strike, because you are supposed to deal with a kid being aggressive, especially if he is on an IEP action plan because he has aggressive behavior. I'm just saying. An hour later, around 12:30 p.m., another teacher told the administrator she believed the student had put a gun in his pocket and taken it out to recess, Toscano claimed. The administrator allegedly downplayed the possibility, Toscano said, responding that the boy had little pockets. And it's real fucked up. And I try not to really curse during these ones, but I ain't cursed all day. Let me just express myself. It's like the children I have outsmarted the administrators. Why was this baby able to finesse y'all all day? This 12:30 school started like 8:45, something like that. 7:45, some schools. When shortly after 1 p.m., the third teacher told administrators that another child, described by Toscano as crying and fearful, had informed the teacher that the 6-year-old showed him a gun at recess and threatened to shoot him if he told anybody. Violence. Even if he didn't have a gun, that was probable cause to pull that kid out. Because that fierce threat of violence. A fourth employee then asked the administration for permission to search the boy, but was denied, Toscano claimed. About an hour later, the 6-year-old boy allegedly shot Zwerner, the attorney said. CNN has reached out to the school district for comment on Toscano's claims. The shooting occurred after an altercation between Zwerner and the student, who pointed the gun at her and fired a single round, Newport News Police Chief Steve Drew said at the time. No other students were involved and there was no physical fight or struggle, the chief said. The boy was placed under temporary detention order and was evaluated at a local hospital. The shooting at Rich Neck Elementary was the first this year at a U.S. school, according to CNN analysis. In 2022, there were 60 shootings at K through 12 schools, the CNN analysis shows. These kids are normalized. They're normalized to violence in their schools. For the first time in my whole entire life, I had to sit through a drill, a school shooting drill. And the way the kids talked about it. It might happen, or I've had it happen in another school I was at. That's normal to them. We've put on soft lockdown, I think twice since school started. Not even 2 weeks. Because of violence in the neighborhood. I walk in the room, kids say, yeah, we just saw the police chasing after somebody up and down the street. Very cavalier, very nonchalant. Like they want to see. This wasn't normal to us. We have violence, but this wasn't normal, like a part of our everyday situation. Not only the police chief has indicated the boy's mother could possibly face charges in the shooting. Under Virginia law, it's a misdemeanor for an adult to leave a loaded, unsecured firearm in such a way that it could endanger a child under the age of 14. It is prohibited for a person to knowingly allow a child under the age of 12 to use a firearm. And here we go. Our son suffers from an acute disability and was under a care plan at the school that included his mother or father attending school with him and accompanying him to class every day. If your child is so fucked up that you got to come to school with him every day, he shouldn't have come to school that day. Let me scroll up. It's more mass shootings in this year than actual. Who child? It's the 27. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, me too. My kids are grown. My kids are grown. We are strongly considering homeschooling my nephew. I told her I would help. And they got resources now. They got everything Zoom too. I had just got a word from another teacher about teaching kids in China. And I knew somebody came for a job, and she said I would thought the shit was funny, and I was being funny but serious at the same time. She wanted a job being a teacher and we desperately needed teachers. So we've got a teacher to fill that position now, because we've got classes with 30 some, almost 40 kids in school. So this one class got like 36, 37 kids. And so they finally, she was wanting to be the teacher, right? And she was like, well, what's your teaching experience like? All the teachers are sitting there eating and talking. She was like, well, I've never actually taught in the classroom yet. I've taught online to kids in China. So I just found that I'm qualified to do this. Like, I'll be able to do it. And I just looked, I said, you know where you at, ma'am? I was like, this shit ain't for the weak, okay? If you ain't never taught no fucking kids and you ain't got no kids, and you ain't never been around no hood kids, I don't think your first experience should be coming over here with these kids. Like, they had issues. This is not what you want. And this is not for the weak. I laughed. I was like, I know you fucking lying, ma'am. This is not where you want to be. She didn't get the job though. Anyway. It was like, nope, no. We're not gonna even traumatize you like that, and we can't even try. It's not gonna work out. Yeah. Checked my son into Italian kind of. Oh, okay. Okay. And look, y'all in California should try to give you some good tea. I feel like we're living in the Twilight Zone, y'all. Well, it's just a sign of the times. It's a part of the process. Far too many points against the school in that incident. Yes. And all of those incidents, no one called the parents. Parents need to be sued. Yeah. Because I believe, they don't want the parents to rise up against them too. That's another thing. They should have called the parents and let them know. No one did anything. Oh yeah, our classes are definitely overcrowded. They just like I'm considered kind of what you think as support staff, so to speak. So I'm not a teacher. We have so many support staff. We have, I think, if not just as many, more support staff than we do teachers. And I'm like, wow. All the way from SPED, all the way up to behaviors, counselors, tutors, attendants, clerks. Like it's a lot of us. It's a lot of us. It's a lot of us, and they need us. TAs, and we're just basically trying to get the kids to do basic reading, writing, and math. It's a lot. So look, I'm gonna play this commercial. You want to call in for 2-3 minutes, say your piece, go ahead, click the link. Let's get it to it. Let's get it cracking. I'm going to play my commercial. If I could find one, do I have one on here? Okay, so I don't have the Bush's commercial, the money commercial. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can upload it real quick. Oh, that ain't it. That ain't it either. Excuse me. I don't even know which one it is. I think it's this one. Oh, no, that's not it. Because it's a minute. How long is this video? A minute and 41 seconds. Oh, wow. I don't even know where it is. No, I'm not taking a moment. If not, I have to play this other one and then change the what you call it for. Like, if I change the background, it's easy for me to find a commercial. Like, the way StreamYard works is really different. I have everything separated into what type of show it is, okay? And so when you do one background for one thing, you can't, you would have to literally download everything for that background again over to the next one. So I can't find it. I don't even know where the damn video is. I know I have it, but I just don't know where it is at the, you know, the quick site. So nevertheless, and I'm not stop wasting time. I'm gonna play the other commercial. I'm just going to have to change the music on it. So let's go. I had to stretch my leg for a second. Well, thank you, Black Diamond. I'm gonna have to change it because I keep having, I don't know, a license problem. I got it for free through, I think that was through Canva, but they talking about something, they want to give it to you one at a time. And it's licensed through Epidemic Sound. And I do not have a membership to Epidemic Sound. Like all this shit, it costs a lot of money. And that's one less thing I want to pay for. Or I might get like a trial. Yeah, look at the diamond. I might get a trial membership and try to find it and license it real quick so I can have it forever. And that's what I'm thinking about, just getting a trial license, or maybe pay for 1 or 2 months and then cancel my membership, get my stuff together. But if I do that, I want to create all of my animations first, then get the music together and just hit it pow, 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 and then I'll be done. Because then I'll be licensing forever. That's kind of weird. But nevertheless, I see nobody wants to call, and that's okay with me. If you're watching, you just popped in, and hey, Cheryl, if you just popped in or you don't know who I am, there I am. You're watching a 50/50 News Special Report with me, Princess A.V. If you want to reach out to me, these are all of my social media handles and my emails, and also, of course, the Cash App you can give to the channel. That way, we also accept Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. Okay, Zelle. Most of the stuff can be reached by info at House of Princess, except for my Zelle is princessn2k@gmail.com. How much is Epidemic Sound? I don't know. It's like if you pay for the year in advance, it's like $9 a month or something crazy, and if not, it's like $15 a month. I was just recently looking, but I'm also looking into some less expensive places as well. Nevertheless, yeah, I gotta look at that. I'm still researching that because I was looking at it this week. So I got everything paid for. I gotta pay for Zoom and StreamYard. StreamYard is expensive. Websites and all that. Okay, and also I'm building the blogs. A lot of y'all have followed it already. Well, a few of y'all have followed it. But I need a lot of y'all to follow the blog on Instagram. It's I don't have it uploaded over here. It's called Palace Report 613. So I'm going to put the link in the chat. And it's also a segment here, a new segment. That's what I call the trending topics. Okay, I'm going to be putting some housewife stuff. You just woke up. It's time for us to go, Dr. J. But you on the other side of the world and everything else. Okay. uh, stuff like this, little videos. I'm also looking for contributors because I can only post so much. But if we have multiple people working it, different vernaculars of what you think or what you want to see, then we can have it. I thought that was only for bloggers. Well, the job itself is for blog and vloggers. I want everybody to follow and read, but the job is for people who want to blog or hit the social media and stuff like that. So, thank you, Miss Marva. Help grow and share the channel. I've been putting some of the shorts on the channel. The one I put up today or yesterday, I'm gonna take it back down. I might, because I knew it might have been flagged. Fucking with Bravo. I just wanted to try. You never know till you try. Okay, so they flagged that just as quick as I put it up there. Like, no, ma'am, you ain't even try to, fake like you took it from us. Like, okay. It's 9:17 a.m. in Dubai. Okay, Dr. J. Okay, I know you rich in things, right? Did you go see Beyonce or was you around Beyonce during the during the opening of the Royal Atlantis Hotel? Okay, just inquiring minds want to know. Or did you have some friends that went? Or anything like that? Did you get an invite and did you decline? Because I know you be hobnobbing with the snobs. Okay, if you built the other hotel, you probably had somebody that had a hand in building that hotel. I could be wrong. Okay, I just have a feeling. Okay. Hello, Just Valencia. We are wrapping up. Wrapping up in here. So I said I was going to try to do 2 videos, but this one ran much longer than I thought. So I'm not going to overwhelm myself because I do need to get up and teach in the morning. But I'm going to do some content tomorrow. I normally don't do content on Saturday, but I'm going to do some content. If you know, you know. Enough said. Okay. This is interesting. I didn't know that. That residents in Dubai can't buy alcohol, only tourists. I heard that on Love Beyond Borders. Interesting. Yeah, I knew you would subscribe like that because I only got a few subscribers. That's interesting. I need to watch some other things. Okay. So look, besides that, thank y'all for following the blog. I was gonna try to do the video on Tyree Nichols. I'm not going to overextend myself. I'm not gonna even try to because I'm still getting all the full footage. And I saw some from the beginning, not just the overhead cam. I seen the one where he was in the car and they were driving and the man ran away. Then he went to his mama's house and they caught him and all of that. Oh, no, I like no slander, Dr. J. Hold on, I'm gonna get to that. And so I've heard stories about that they might already be out of jail. Okay, I'm looking at something out the corner of my eyes. I have those exclusive footages. I want to verify some things. It's very sad that on top of it is that's considered to me black on black crime. Looking at the corner of my eye, Jerusalem synagogue attack leaves at least 7 dead. So there are more over there anyway. Like, it's a lot of violence out here, and we need to work better at showing love towards one another. You don't have to like each other. You don't even have to spend time with people, but we need to show more love to one another and not be so hateful. look at what's happening with our children, where they don't start off at 6 and 7 and 8 and stuff like that. They don't start off with these mental problems and emotional problems. They're not hateful. That's taught. That's siphoned down through a lot of things, a lot of elements. Social, emotional problems. And I know it don't get no better. Look at the people on YouTube and how they act and do stupid shit. It's only getting worse. The least we can do is just try to show some love to one another and compassion. Now look, Dr. J. I do love me some Beyonce. But because I love you, I'm just gonna look past it. And I'm gonna show some love. We are not gonna do no slander in here, okay, Dr. J? Thank you, Valencia. They posted bonds, all of them. I heard they was on a 250K bond. Love after. I hope. Yes. So with that being said, I'm gonna do like the church do. All minds clear. Please look out for me. And I'm probably gonna go to sleep. It's still early, but it's late. But I haven't been sleeping like I should, so I'll probably fall asleep. And I got me, y'all know California Cutie got a light, but I got from Walmart, and it's got the laser and all that, and it's another Aurora Borealis like thing, and I got it on my ceiling. So I love like glow in the dark stuff and lights, everything over the room when I can have it. I don't know, but I sleep with TV on because I guess I can't sleep. I like white noise or whatever, but I love it. So I got the light out, and I got my little ceiling, little lights or whatever. So I'm probably gonna fall asleep watching. I might stay up watching BMF. Okay, watch BMF. I need to do the reviews of BMF. This is episode 4. Okay, so I need to catch up. I'm probably going to do 2 and 2 of watching BMF. I need to send this text out of this email. Excuse me. I've been trying to get B Mickey on this daggone show for 2 years. And so our schedules never coincide. But this year I'm doing things. Okay, I got a list of people, and I'm not going to say all their names out. I got a list of potentials, and then I got a list of people who I want to come over here. And some people can get interviews. I can get interviews because I'm a great interviewer, okay? And I act professional when I do that. So I got a lot of interviews I want to do and things and segments I'm bringing to the show. So this is 2023. I took last year, it was off a lot of bullshit, but I got a lot of things I want to do. As soon as I can get this task done with my housing done and change things around, and get a news desk and all that, it is on and popping. Do you hear me? February, March, baby, we on, okay? So she limped on and off the stage. She wasn't ready to be on stage. Oh, oh, that's some tea. That's some tea. I will say I noticed that she was wearing kitten heels. And she don't usually wear them that short. Here you go with the slander. Where's Deb when you need it? So you didn't enjoy it? What about the costume and something? Oh, we're going to have to talk about this on another live, Dr. J. Oh, I would have died. You should have taught me. I would have came in your place. Okay. Yes. If I had my voice, I would. Hey, baby, I would be living. Okay. But 24 million is a lot of money. Okay. I would be limping on and off the stage too. You would have been tying my feet up and all that stuff. Y'all go watch it. Go watch what, BMF or Beyonce? Okay, because I got Beyonce up. Look, okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna share. I wanted to post the Beyonce videos up, but man, that motherfucker block your shit real quick. So I didn't even want to try. Okay. Like you play a Beyonce video, she blacks out the whole thing. Not even for free. I'm gonna stop putting y'all slander on the. I'm gonna stop putting y'all slander up on this on the screen. This is not okay. So this is the blog page, Passport 613. Oh look, we up to 27 followers. Thank you, guys, very very much. Okay, so we got all kind of stuff going on here. So this is Beyonce. This is the biggest video I think. This is about Carisha getting pissed on. Okay, that's a whole nother thing. Okay. I'm not going to play the volume. Okay, there's Beyonce. Everybody in Dubai had to have some clothes on. Okay, what no booty shakings and all of that. They had to shake it up under all them cloaks and on all them pants. Okay, the only thing they had was hands and feet. Put hands and feet on the bitch. Okay, that's the sense she had. That's them doing Beautiful Liar, and I think this is that dance team that tried out for America's Got Talent because their dance style, it looks similar to me, and like they said they faced trouble from their country or whatever, oppression. That's it. Okay, that's her singing. This her singing Halo. Like y'all had to be all the way across the pond to see it. And this is Halo. Oh, Turn My Lights, EXO. That was her singing At Last. That's a beautiful picture, though. It's very artsy-fartsy to me. Okay. This is her and Blue Ivy singing Brown Skin Girl. Okay, so Dr. J, did Blue Ivy get the chance to actually say anything on the mic? Can you say that at least? Okay. She was about to get it, and Beyonce put their hand out like, hold on, baby. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Okay, and that's her dress. And this is Beyonce again. Her dress. And this is in Got Me Looking So Crazy Right Now. Your love has got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Oh, no. Oh, nana. Oh, nana. Nana. Okay, that was the last thing. And that's that dance crew. That movement, that position makes me think that's that dance group that was on America's Got Talent. Okay. Even Beyonce, this is the most covered up you've seen her dance ever. Okay, so this she was doing a Naughty Girl. And this is when she was finishing the show, Drunk in Love. We be all night, love, we be all night, love. Oh, let me do it again. Love. I don't know if I could sing through all that. That's scary. Like the water in your face, and you trying to hold your note, and then 50,000 firecrackers popping off behind you. That is a lot. She can sing. She's insane. Ooh, that's relative. She stepped down. Her lips stopped moving, but the music was still going on. Her earpiece kept falling out. Okay, well, I could give you showmanship. I love the Mayans. That's the way. We got Beyonce T. She bring energy and all. This Beyonce that no Beyonce slammer. Because of where she performed it, she wasn't allowed to do a show like her. Oh yeah, of course. It was a lot of skin. Really? I had on a short dress with back. Well, that's y'all, okay? Because you was not clapping your booty on the stage, okay? Beyonce, was doing all that shaking and thing. I'm pretty sure they gave her a list of things that she couldn't do. A lot of people don't like Fantasia. I see every time she comes. Yeah, I like Fanny. Do I allow her to be half naked? No, she would have been way more naked. She would have been way more naked if she was in the States. I've never seen Beyonce live because I refuse to pay them the prices. I'm not spending $40 to be up in the rafters, and I refuse to pay those prices or try to pay those prices that it costs to sit up close. I'm just not doing it. Okay. But these are some other videos that I have. Like, we're gonna play this one. It's a matter of fact. I don't have to even play it through here. Some of these are on YouTube, so look to see a lot of content coming from us. Her foot was still hurting. And I wonder what was it hurting from. Maybe it was hurting from practice because she'd been there a couple of days for rehearsal. No, that's not what I want. Okay. So this is a short video from Carlos King. I'll play this before I go. I like the rest of her. She put some pounds and she was on bed rest. Everybody was trying to say she's pregnant. Okay. I'm like, she might just have a pooch. She done had 3 kids. Like, she just had twins. And my last operation, first and last operation, like, you're a doctor. Dr. J, your body don't always go back. Why am I sharing the wrong shite? What was wrong with her foot? See, Beyonce works hard for her money. Okay. I didn't even know she had a hurt foot. Okay, so those who don't know about Palace 613, I just thought this was a funny video, so I'm going to share it. Don't judge me, judge your mama.
Rumor mill. Did you ever date Raz B from B2K?
Date is a loose word. Date is I wouldn't give that definition. I think I said entanglement. With all of them except for Omari.
Was the entanglement
I've
at
grown,
the same
I
time?
can admit it. Everybody has their hoe days. Let them have them. We can look back on them days when we're older and be like, yeah, I was out there thudding.
So wait.
Yeah, I got kids. I don't care.
So Keely, Fizz, J-Book, Raz B at the same damn time?
Only one time. That's only a one-time thing. The other time. Look! Everybody got to be young. Everybody has to make mistakes. I love that that's going to be the headlines. Like, Keely's a slut. Yes, that'll be a new one for me.
That's why I put slut.
We're all about female empowerment, baby.
That's why I put slut.
Hey, you need to have a hoe phase.
So have
and
you
they were
seen
cute back in the day. Come on.
No, of course they were. But now we see they're older. Have you seen Little Fizz's OnlyFans?
No.
You know, no judgments, people that have their whole face, right? But that lady, this is another show. Um, this lady slept with 3 friends. I might even let you have 2, but not 3. Okay. Yeah, that's good to know she had foot surgery. I'm gonna investigate that. I know the twins, but like, okay, what I'm saying, Miss Bernice, it's been a couple of years since I had my surgery, and I believe she had C-section, and so when I had mine, they moved around like my bladder and stuff, and so even when I come up off the rest of this weight, I can feel like the pooch, like where they moved around the intestines, and they say sometimes you never get your stomach all the way flat, like there'll still be like a little pooch in there. So that's what I'm saying about that, but that's another conversation, and I wanted to look into that. Now I got some ideas about Anna Carisha, incident to talk about in Queendom Nights. So I'm not gonna hold y'all no more. It's almost 3 hours. This video wasn't supposed to be no way near this long, but it is. We're gonna talk a lot about. I know y'all miss me. I miss y'all too. I'm gonna try to do maybe more short videos, quarter videos, something. Okay, we're gonna get up in here. We're gonna get it cracking. But nevertheless, thank you, Dr. J, for coming in and giving me some Beyonce tea. I love it. And thank you all of y'all who are coming in. I love you so much. My Ace Boom Coons, my main people is up in here who could be not to go to showers. Yes, we are talking about that in the Queendom Nights daughter. Scatting, and cat, okay? So I'll have to do that in a safer space. Yes, little L. We're gonna talk about a good night. I love y'all so much. Look, again, if you are new to the channel, this was a special report with Princess A.V. about teachers being defenseless in the school system. Please comment. Now, this is a conversation. Parents being at fault, students being at fault, school administrators and teachers being at fault. How do we fix this problem? I don't know if we can fix it. 17 months. She wanted the day ones from the membership. 17 months. You almost 18 months old, Dr. J. Thank you. This is a conversation that we need to have, and definitely should be having, Oh, now I see it. You're 17 months. They don't let us know on StreamYard you marking that. So thank you for coming. And anybody else that want to have an anniversary, we do have memberships. You can join the channel, join the ministry of HOTP. It is the join button is right next to the subscribe button. It's also in the community tab, and it's in the chat. And I think if you press the super chat button, it comes up as well. Memberships. We have our different different tier memberships. She said, ain't it? Because I'm going to fight back. Yes, God. Yes. And these opinions are opinions of mine. And I'm going to say this again for the end of the video. I do not condone violence against children. I do not condone violence against children. I do not condone violence against children. Do I condone self-defense? Yes, I do. Okay. So, come get your children. Come buy some Yumbella. Go out and hug on people, love on somebody. If nobody's told you they love you today, know that I love you, okay? I truly do, and I thank everyone who has watched this. Again, support the channel by giving a financial donation, Super Chat, Venmo, Cash App, Apple Pay, Zelle, and Cash App and PayPal, whatever, all of it, I think, everything, okay? Support the lip gloss company, T-shirts, whatever we got. Also, if you're watching it on the replay, you can give a donation, super chat, or super thanks. by giving it at the end of the video. Follow all my channels and my websites and all that. Look, I always got some way that you can support monetarily or by free or just by the cost of your time. Support a Black business. So hit the subscribe button because y'all know y'all love you some me, okay? And I love me some you, and I want to spend more time with you. With that being said, my name is Princess A.V. I will come back. My next video will be about Tyree Nichols and that situation. But in the meantime, I'm going to play this song before I go. It's going to be by Ben One and That Boy Hot, another artist. No, better yet, I'm going to save that for the next one. We're just going to close out with the video we started with. We're going to play Energy by Noble Bland. And after that, my name is Princess A.V. I will be turning out the lights. Y'all have a great night. Or if you're on the other side of the world, in the UK, or maybe Dubai, or Japan, have a great, in the Netherlands, have a great day. Okay, all right, bye-bye.
It can get greater and turn into something so beautiful. Inside of this room is you. Don't need no lights, don't need no radio, no TV too. Cause it's gonna be mental stimulation. Sit back, relax, meditate with you. Cause it's nothing like sharing chemistry. Cause it can get better, it can get greater and turn into something so beautiful. If you just, if I just, if we just share energy, energy, energy. If we share our energy, energy, energy. Place your hands in mine. Bring them up real slow. Can you feel the electricity flow through our lifelines? Now place your hands by my face and my chest. Can you feel the heat coming off of me? It's making you sweat, making it hard for you to breathe. Oh, inhale, exhale. Feel our souls in the atmosphere. Cause it just got better, it just turned greater. And now it's something so beautiful. Cause we're sharing energy, energy, energy. Now we're sharing energy, 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 energy. Close your eyes, picture me, touching the bottom of your soul. It's energy. Close your eyes, picture me, touching the bottom of your soul. It's energy. Close your eyes, picture me, touching the bottom. It's energy. Close your eyes, picture me, touching the bottom, the bottom. Energy, energy, energy. Oh, we're sharing energy, energy, energy.